Okay, so I'm back from a trip down to Houston only to have the Area 4 Championship destroyed via tornado and rescheduled for sometime in July that I can't attend. So my focus until the Oilfield Classic later in the year is going to be classing up and getting that M card and carry optics. So I've been focusing on classifier skills in dry fire, and I have a little tip to get you out of the holster a bit faster. Now this tip, a lot of the shooting stuff ports over from like the self-defense only into the competition stuff. This is actually going to be limited to a very select gear set. You're going to need a belt ride holster worn on the strong side for this technique to work. Maybe it works in appendix. I've played with it a little, but not to great success, just based on mechanics. But if you go to draw, a lot of people will kind of pull up to compress right here and then go forward. Now, if you're using a long gun like the Glock 34 or any other long slide pistol, you have to come out of the holster a whole lot. And it's just kind of weird to try and get it up onto target, and it creates some tension. It creates some weird kind of jerky motion that you have to tune out. And so what I've been playing with, and I think Ron Avery was the one who originally put this technique on my radar, but I didn't really focus on it until here recently. And it has got me out of the holster a bit faster. This is especially good for you guys with the dot, because this is another technique that's going to help you center the dot on the screen from a belt ride holster. So it's pretty straightforward. It's going to be kind of popping your muzzle out of the holster. Like, you're going to immediately try and get the gun out of the holster and start to point it at the target, so you're coming up and presenting to target. So if you're focusing on a single spot, you're going to basically come straight at it. A lot of people will come up here and then do kind of a bowling motion like this, and this creates a lot of unsteadiness in the sights, and you don't want to do that. What you're going to want to do is to kind of just stab the gun at the target, and it just settles in, and you're able to get on the trigger a lot faster that way, because the dot will usually be on the screen on your front sight post if you're just trying to stab the gun at the target you want to aim at. So full speed, it's going to kind of look like this. Oh man, I'm nervous. I'm just drawing to a dot. And a good practice to do when you are dry firing this technique is go ahead and get your finger on the trigger as if you're staging the shot. You can always take it off and go like that for defensive stuff. Don't necessarily pull the shot, but get your finger staged and prepped as if you were going to execute a shot. So same thing. And the dot is there just like it's supposed to be. So that's with the Glock 34 where the advantage is kind of compounded, but on shorter barrel guns like service-sized guns, it works even better, and I'll show you with my carry gun. All right, I've got my Glock 17 that I'll carry from time to time, ready to go with my Trijicon RMR. But the technique is going to be pretty much the same. It's just the gun comes out of the holster a lot faster, so I'm able to start pointing at the target a lot lower. So for shorter axes, for shorter barreled guns, I'd say this even works better than it does for longer ones, because it just really speeds up the speed to the dot on the target. So that's it. It's a really simple tip, and it doesn't take long to learn. Just really kind of focus on when you're coming to the pistol. Just kind of think of it as putting your pressure right there on the heel of the grip to kind of pop it out of the holster and get it rotated toward the target. Really, that's all you need to kind of, just like you're shooting from the hip, just kind of doing that is the micro drill you could do to start the draw. You don't even have to go all the way out. You might be noticing my lovely holster. This is a Harry's holster competition prototype, not available for sale yet. He assures me that they're going to be available for sale later in the summer. And I've been using this prototype since like October. It's a fantastic holster, guys. All right, well, that's what I got for you guys. Go out and dry fire it. Let me know how it works for you. If you've got any questions, anything you want to see in these types of videos going forward, please use the comments. Love interacting with you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.